So for me, Mr. Axel, originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I grew up on the north side of Milwaukee, inner city. Went to all public schools my whole life. Growing up in my environment, there wasn't a big push for education in my household. It was always about work, 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 work. I was introduced to education from teachers and mentors that I found through the school building. With that being said, I pushed myself through sports. Sports opened up doors for me to go to college. I had a ton of offers from Division I's all the way down to Division III's. I decided to go to Stevens Point based on my environment where I grew up. I wanted a total different view of life. Now, in high school, most folks don't think like that. But for me, I had enough mentors that pushed me to start thinking outside the box. So when I went to Stevens Point, it was totally different. I had in all of Stevens Point, when I attended Stevens Point, there were 63 African Americans in the whole community of Stevens Point. So it was a culture shock to me. But I pushed myself through it. I learned a ton. I think from learning the opposite side of how I grew up, it helped me be able to have conversation with folks that are not like me, that don't look like me. Also, it puts myself in a position to be vulnerable. So like standing up and talking in front of you guys, I never could do that when I was in high school. I could never stand up in front of my peers and talk to them as well. It was a fear for me. But college helped me with that, seeing the other side helped me with that. After that, I played football around for a while, played arena football. I was on the draft board for the NFL. That fell through. That's another story. But then I figured out that someone helped me, so I should find a way to help someone else. So that's what I've been doing for over 14 years. I've been helping students and inside of schools and outside of schools, try to find what they love doing in life, which pushed me over to get my master's in science and education, professional development, human health, sports performance. It's a whole gamut of things, okay? So where I am today is basically from my walk. And at any point in time you ever have any questions, you want to know about how that walk looked or what I went through, feel free to ask those questions, okay? So that's kind of who I am in a nutshell, just so you guys can get a little comfortable when you see me around or if you have any questions while we're in this discussion. Sounds good?